so we have finished up with this IK and FK. So just let's create a IK rig, then we are going to create a FK. So let's select this arm JJ and FK, and let's hide it for a while, and let's put it this controller to IK. Okay, it's okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to create an IK handle. Go to skeleton, IK handle tool, option box. We are going to need this RP, rotate plane IK, and what we are going to do is select the arms and followed by this. Okay, so we have created an IK handle. Okay, so the effect we are going to get from IK is same as a leg. I have created two joints in middle just for the skinning. It's good for the skinning. Either you can create a one joint for the elbow. Okay, so what happened is, okay, so now finished with this. So let's create a controller. So let's just create a simple controller. Okay, let's just copy this box, Control T, Shift P from its, oh, we're not going to need this. Okay, so let's just rename this. Let's rename it as a hip. It's a on the hand 01 underscore. This is IK controller, IKCC. Okay, so what we can do is we just can zero this out. Okay, it's at a vert. So let's, what I usually do is I just group it once and just rename it as a Control C and Control V on offset. So from that what we can achieve it if we just control it. Let's create a two controller. Okay, Control V, Control D. Okay, Control D, Shift P. I just don't rename it. I'm just creating it to show you how it's going to work. So let's select this joint. Cap marks the joint. Select this joint. Okay, let's just select it. Let's just hit V on the keyboard and snap it up here. So there is a little problem up here while we are doing this kind of making this kind of controller, because this transformation once the local rotation axis doesn't match. See up here and see this palm local rotation axis Y. Okay, it's up here is G, X and Y. Okay, so Y, X and G. Okay, right, this time it's matching, but okay, sometimes, okay, what I've done is this controller. But sometimes it doesn't match usually. Control H to hide this. So what we can do is we can go to this followed by again go to constant and do parent constant with maintain offset off, so it will directly snap it to this joint, and let's just delete it. So let's not touch any of these. We are going to, you can just hide this so we can match up with the local rotation axis of this geometry, so it both follow the same result. So just what we can do is go and select this followed by IK and just hit constant and point constant. Okay, so what we can do is we can go and control it. Okay, this effect, but we also need to rotate the palm. So what we can do is hit E on the keyboard, and okay, we are not getting this way. So what we can do now is we can just go and select this palm and go to constant and go to orient constant, maintain offset, and hit add. Okay, now what we can get is, if we just move it, we can get this control, and if we rotate it, we can rotate our hands. Okay, if you just parent it to the hands, at the final result you can see all of those being combined together. So what happened if we just go up here and go up here, and okay, it's just not working properly. Okay, so we also need to create a Paul vector. So for this, let's create a circle. Okay, this time we are not going to need any rotational axis for that, and so let's just put snap to it. You get an idea to create an offset. Otherwise you can do is create an offset, Control G. So let's rename it, Control C, Control P, hand underscore PV Paul vector control 01. Let's rename this as you want to. Okay, so let's Control C. We don't need this. This is for left. So Control C, Control P. Okay, let's rename it O offset, so it doesn't matter. So for this, let's also rename it underscore L and underscore L. Okay, I'm really a lazy guy, so I just copy and paste the name. Sometimes we did some mistakes, so let's put it up here, and just let's select this, and let's just let's snap it, and let's just okay. History is still here, so let's X to 1. Okay, we just don't need all 0. Okay, it's working properly the way we want to paste it. Okay, so let's select this and shift select IK and go to constant and go to Paul vector constant and hit add. So from this, what we can get is, if we just move this, we can control this too. So let's see the effect. Okay, okay, we're going to get this effect result. Okay, it's nice, it's following along the path. So what we can do now is, let's put it a little behind so that animator can see it. Just put snap this. Okay, we are, let's unmark, let's put it behind, so animator will have easy to find it. But just put it on a component mode, because what we need is, we didn't want the mesh to be moved. So let's select it once again, and see the pivot point is up here in between the joints. Okay, so let's just manage it to control vertex. Okay, control vertex, control vertex, control vertex, control vertex. Let's hit R on the keyboard, and let's just shrink it down and just make it a little bit comfortable to see to the animators. Okay, so they can find IK, and let's just parent it to its group. Let's rename this IK handle to Control V, I think. It's RP rotate plane IK. Okay, hand rotate plane IK. We don't need PV up there. And for the IK group, control copy the name and let's paste it, and let's give it name of N01 EFF effector, Okay, and it's done. So next what we can do is in another chapulation, so our ik goes to ik group pp. Let us put it down here. Okay, so our fk goes to fk group. Okay, and our control curves, both control curves, will go to our control curves. Inside the control curves I've created a lot of groups. Sometimes it's not needed. So okay, let's put all of these to left. I think up here it is supposed to be up here. I'm not finding something. Okay, left arm 01 group. So what happened, it disappeared. It doesn't disappear, just okay. So let's do it one more group. Let's put it Control G and let's rename it hand, Control C, Control V, hand 01 ik cc offset underscore grp. Okay, grp for group, and let's parent it under alarm. Okay, let's not parent it for a while. We need to create an set driven key for that, so let's do it right now. So let's select this, followed by load, create it as a driver. Let's select this, and okay, let's select, it's on a 0, so let's visibility have to be 1. So select driven item, its visibility is on. Okay, so let's key it, let's select it, and when it's at 1, then ik controller, we didn't want to see the ik controller, we just need to see the fk controller. So let's put it 0 and key it once again. Okay, now what happened is, okay, let's shift p because it's not a fk both controller, that's parent constant. Okay, so let's unparent it from the group because we need to see this controller every time to blend ik and fk. So let's select it and let's parent it. Okay, let's not parent, let's parent all of them at once. So let's meet on another chapter, so we don't need this group.